we have to store the name into the array of the character. That data type is known as a string data type. This is a special kind of array that is given by the C programming language. It is a group of characters, and it is also called the array of characters. In this, the data is also stored in the continuous memory location. The syntax for the string data type is, first one, we have to use the character string name. We have to use the character, and then there is a string name. Character is a data type that is defined for the string data type. Then there is a string name. Any name you want to give to the array is defined here. Then there is a size of the array. You have to define the number of elements you want to enter into the string. The example for that is character A10. Here I shows a example. Character is a predefined variable, predefined data type for the string data type. Then the A is the name of the array. Then the 10. 10 is the size of the number of the elements that we have to define. After that there is a semicolon. The semicolon is must here. You have to assign a semicolon there. Character is the data type, A is the name of the string, and 10 is the total number of elements you want to store into the string data type, and it is enclosed in the square brackets. After that there is a semicolon. Now the program for string data type, if I want to use the program for string data type, that is #include studio.h. After that void main #include studio.h is a header file for that. After that there is a void main. Then I start the program with the main function. After that I have to declare a string variable. In this string variable I declare a computer string into the A string. I declare the string computer, name is computer, that I stored in the A data type, A array. It contains a different element. The total number of elements, the total number of number of elements stored in A are the 8. It starts from 0 and goes up to the 8 characters, and it print the various value for us. I just use the I variable for the declaration of I. After that I start the for loop that start from the 0 and goes up to the 8, and the elements are printed on the screen by using this function. I just printf the elements, the value assigned here by using a string function. The output for this program is given here. Firstly, the first element A1 is given by the program, that is C. Then A2 is given by the program, that is O. Then A3 is given by the element, that is M. Then A4 is given by the element, that is P. Then A5 is given by the element, that is U. A6 element is T. A7 is element is E, and A8 is the element R. These are the elements we have stored into the array, but there is a special element which shows the end of the string variable, string data type, that is null operator, null variable, that is represented by \0. That \0 is represent the end of the string. Each and every string hold this \0 to complete the string into the variable. These 8 elements are given by the program, and the last element programmer and user, but the last element is inserted by the compiler itself. It just show the end of the string. Without this we are not able to handle the string variable, string data type in the array data form. Now the operations on the string, the various operations, the various methods are performed on the string data type. There are large number of operations we have to perform on the strings. Strings are the names, the addresses, that all the operation we have to handle on the strings are applied on the string data type. These operations are the reading of the string. We have to read a string in the reading of the strings. Then after there is a writing of the string. If I want to write a string on the in the C language, then I have to use the writing of the string variable functions. For that we have to use that function. For to read the string we have a various function, that is get C or get S function. To write the string on the on the console, I have to use the put S function there. Then there is a concatenation of two strings. If I want to concatenate two strings, we want to concatenate two strings with each other, then we use the concatenation of two strings. This function is used to concatenate two strings together by using a strcat function, then copying of one string to the another. If I want to copy one string to the another, I want to copy one string data to the another string data, then I use a string copy operator for that, and a comparison of string. If I want to compare the two strings, if I want to know which string is greater than other, then I use the comparing function for that. Then to reverse the string, if I want to reverse a string, we reverse the name of the correct name stored in the variable, then I use the string reverse operation for that. These all the operations are performed over the strings. Now passing an array to function. If I want to pass the array to the function, then there is a different method to pass whole array at a single time. If I want to pass an array, if I want to pass a single variable to function, I just name it and pass it to the array directly, pass it to the function directly. But if I want to pass a whole array to the function, then there is a different method to pass that function. For this, you have to point the first element in the array. You just have to point the first element, the first element of the array you have to pass to the function. This is also known as a constant pointer. When we pass the name of the array to the function, we are passing the pointer of the first element of the function to the array. After that, the whole array is transferred to the function. We make a copy of that pointer for use within the function. We just make the copy of that pointer in the function where we want to use it by using this passing array to the function. Now the program to pass the array to the function. If I want to pass the array to the function, the method for that is void main int a5, then 1 2 3 4 5, these are the values stored in the array. Then there is a sum variable that I have used to calculate the sum for that. Here sum equal to add 5a. Add is a function which we have declared here. Add function is used to add these 5 elements and gives a value to the sum variable that are printed by me in this program. Here the int add is the name of the function. It contains the size. Size gives us the number of the element we want to add into the program. And the int a5. Int a gives the whole array to the function. Here the int I and the totals are the two variables. That variables are used to give the value to the function. I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Here the array for the I. That for loop total the elements given in the array, and it gives a value. It returns the total value to the main function in the form of the sum. Here we sum together the whole array values, and we read out each and every value of the array and get the result for that. That result is stored in the total. That total is returned to the main function, that is known as a sum. Here the total is returned to the main function, that is known as a sum. That sum is printed by us in this program. After that, we print this sum. Now I just passing the 5 element to the array, 5 elements of the array to the function, and then we turn that whole value from that to the main function, that is known as a sum. That sum is printed by us. Now the various limitations of the array. As we know, the array is most useful for us, but there is a different limitation that I have to cover in the array. These limitations, the 3 limitations that of the array are: no array bound of out of bound checking. If I print the array whose size is a2 and I print the third element for that array, that just give the error to us, but they won't have any kind of checking for that. They won't give error, they just give the execution error at the time of running, but they won't give any kind of syntax error in this case. There is no bound checking for the array. If I just declare the array of 3 elements and I just want to print the 7 elements there, then they won't give any kind of syntax error. This is the first limitation of an array which we are using. Then array index must be integer. The array index, the index number you are giving, it should be in the form of integer. You should you won't write here a float number or a decimal number. In this we won't have to use that, we just have to use a integer values here. For example, if I want int a55, then 55 is an integral number. That integral number is not given in this case. We won't give the integer number here, we won't give the a floating point number, the decimal point number here. We have to declare only the integer number, the number, the whole number we have to give. It start from 0 and goes up to the limit you want to give, but no, there is no possible condition to declare a decimal point number here. We won't declare here decimal point number. The array cannot be copied or compared. For example, if I declare two arrays, array A and the array B, array A contain the two elements and array B also contain the two elements, and I just declare the value in array A, that is 1 and 2, the two values are assigned to the array A, and I want to assign these values to the array B, then there is a invalid statement in the C language. We can't assign the A equal to B. The value of A is not assigned to the value of B. In this case, we can't assign the value of A to the B. This is an invalid statement in the C language. And if I have a two arrays A and B, and we want to compare these arrays, whether they are equal, whether they are different from each other, or whether they are they have different values, or whether which is greater than the other one, these are also not possible in the case of array. We can't compare two arrays, we can't add two arrays, we can't use these arrays directly by without the variable handling. We have to use each and every variable with the index value to assign this value, but we can't write this thing A equal to B or B equal to A, the two different arrays. We can't compare A greater than B or B greater than A. This is not happened, this is not declared in the case of array. These are the total three limitations that are given in the array. First, we won't have a bound checking condition in the C language, we won't have a possibility, we won't have the condition to give the floating point number in the array, and we can't compare two arrays at the same time. These are the limitation of the arrays. Now, the summary, the way I declared here is the array is a structured data type. Structured data type is a collection of simple data type into a single name. We collect the simple data type of a similar data type into the single name is known as a array. Array is defined as a group of similar data elements. Array is defined as a similar data items into the single name is known as a array. They are stored in a continuous memory location. We have to store the array into the continuous memory location. We can't store the array at the different memory location, at the distinguished memory location. We have to store the each and every element of the array one after the another, that is a continuous memory location. The array is of two types, one dimensional, two dimensional. Beside this, there is a multi-dimensional array that is used for the table. One dimensional array is used for the strings or the single variable values, but the two dimensional is used for the matrix. We use the two dimensional array for the matrix. They are the special type of array is known as a string. String is a combination of characters data type into a single name. This is known as a string. We have to pass the function by the base address of an array. If I want to pass a function to the array, this is done by the using a variable by passing the base address, the 0 element address to the array. This is known as a base of the array. This is all about my lecture. Thanks.